Hoi hoi! It's louisity, and for this reading vlog, I'm going to read Shine by Jessica Jung. Hooray! So, this is going to be BLouRay Book Club's Book of the Month for May 2021, and it is going to be my birth month, so that's why I am super excited to read this. Now, Jessica Jung is a former member of Girls' Generation, so there's definitely going to be a lot of K-pop things, and I'm definitely intrigued and curious about what are the things that I'm going to discover. So, what are we waiting for? Let's begin reading this one. So here's a reading update of Shine by Jessica Jung. Now, I'm actually nearly 100 pages in. I've just finished until page 85, I believe. Yeah, and honestly, there are a lot of situations. I knew some of the things that I read are actually in it, but there were a lot, or well, at least a handful, I'd say, that I was like, if you're a K-pop fan and you kind of it's gonna make you think about the context. It's gonna make you think, is there a specific someone that's being referenced here, or being kind of sort of alluded to, or is it kind of a mixture of all these different characters? But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward about what's going to happen next. And another thing that I noticed, which is good that the book tackled, would have to be the things that the characters, or in this case an idol trainee does outside training, how they can be sort of regular kids, regular students in school. So I like that they did kind of tackle about that. I wonder how I wonder what is going to be my reading experience all throughout the book. I wonder how this, how the narrative is going to take me, how Rachel's narrative is going to take me. So we'll just have to find out how. Cool. So earlier today, I had my live stream in Kumu for some reading sprints, and I'd like to thank those who joined and those who dooted the hearts. And so far, here's another reading update. Honestly, I'm just overwhelmed about what was happening, the things that I've read, and I just that last part just made me contemplate about a lot of things, culture and stuff. I started thinking about that, but on the other side, I kind of like the little, thing about the narrative itself. I'd say, I feel bad for Mina for having that, but it's kind of what you sow is what you reap. So if you're going to be reading the book, you would understand what I'm talking about. But as there's a part of me the situation is sad, and at the same time, what you sow is what you reap. So I'm just going to leave it there. But that means the writing is really effective. So let's see what else will I discover, and I'm definitely curious about what Jessica's going to be unfolding throughout the story. So catch you folks later. And I'm also excited for tomorrow's premiere of NCT DREAM's Hot Sauce. I'm going to be watching out for that. I'm super excited for them. I'm super excited. I hope that they are gonna conquer. Go Dream! As you can see in the previous clips, there's a lot of NCT DREAM, so those are like from the V Live and their live showcase. And I have to say that it was lit, hot, awesome, great, marvelous, spectacular, tremendous, laudable, astonishing, marvelous. Just insert all the positive words, or you can insert like Lady Gaga's meme. It is indeed out of this planet. I mean, like hot sauce. Yes, it does live to its name. And honestly, I haven't done much reading today of Shine because I'm still having a hangover of NCT DREAM's hot sauce. Now, so far, there was a part that confused me a little bit when it comes to the sequencing because, you know, as I've mentioned in the other clip, I talked about like that situation with Akari. I mean, a little bit about that, I should say, and how I'm like thinking like, like it just made me contemplate about, you know, certain things. And yeah, like I said with NCT DREAM, if ever they went through that, I admire, and that's definitely laudable, you know. But yeah, suddenly the sequencing turned into like from that part it happens to be some sort of a dream. How funny I'm saying dream and I'm talking about NCT DREAM, you know. And anyway, going back to the reading update, and then it turns out like it was a dream, and then Rachel is actually still in school in her physical education class. So yeah, that kind of like confused me a bit. I'm really looking forward to what's going to happen to this trio, to this performance, if it is going to happen. So, but yeah, anyway, stream Hot Sauce by NCT DREAM, the future of K-pop, hurrah! Go Dream! Okay, that part about Gina's dismissal. It just made me contemplate, definitely. But I'd like to go back and discuss some other parts that I haven't said in the previous clip. Now I really feel bad about the Jason Lee poster of Leah. I feel really bad for that poster. You did well, Jason Lee poster by Leah. But anyway, I think like one of the fun parts here was the one in Tokyo where they went to this like Harajuku rainbow like shop or restaurant or area or place, and Rachel compared that to the one that they have in New York City. Now I was like thinking when Rachel said that, I think that Emma Green, or formerly Miss Emma Reads a Lot, showed that in, I'm not sure if it's in a video or in one of her tweets or in Instagram. And also I think that place was shown by Monica Kim, also known as She Might Be Monica. I think that was her older channel name. So it was just really cool seeing that part, and it was really cute that that little date scene. Overall, I know there's a little something that happened with Lee in that part. Find out when you read the book, so you'll know what I'm going to be talking about that little something. But yeah, definitely looking forward how this whole thing is going to turn out. So I just finished reading Shine, and I'm still trying to assimilate and synthesize my thoughts about it. And another thing that I liked that it brought up would have to be, the thing that it dealt with identities, how at times one can feel that one is to this in this area, and then in this other area, this person is to this, if that makes any sense. If you're going to read a book, you'll know what I'm talking about, knowing that the characters are, grew up in a different country, like Rachel grew up in the United States, and Jason grew up in Canada. So I'm still trying to figure out what my thoughts are. I'm going to synthesize them well, and probably tomorrow after work, I'll tell you. So, yeah. So I'm going to pick the next book that I'm going to read with the help of my fate jar, my TBR fate jar. So it's been a while since I picked one in this TBR fate jar because I've been busy reading books for BLouRay Book Club, and I'm not exactly the quickest reader, so that's why it's been a while since I tried to pick one here, but now we're gonna do it. So let's find out my next read. I'll just shuffle this. Shake it, shuffle, shuffle. Shake it. Okay. Let's see. I'm not looking, I'm looking at the camera. Oh, what is this? Let's find out. Oh, yay! Yay! Ah! I'm going to read Blood of Olympus by Rick Riordan. It's the final book in the Heroes of the Olympus series, and I've been looking forward to read the final book in the Heroes of the Olympus series. So I'm so excited, super excited. Hoorah! So earlier today we watched Miss Universe 2020, and the results were interesting. Anyway, so let's go back to Shine. You're gonna shine brightly, all for the love of K-pop. Now, overall, my reading experience, it was intense. Like, it unleashed a lot of emotions out of me, and it will make you contemplate about, the situations that the characters are in, and it will make you contemplate and compare them to, the K-pop celebrities that you admire or probably know of, if you think these contexts apply to them. So that's what was running in my head. Actually, that's why it took me quite some time to finish it, because at every, not every, that's like an overstatement, but every now and then, when I read something, I would pause and put the book aside and start thinking and contemplate about these things, to the point that I'm actually searching some stuff. So that's what
the book is going to make you do. Now, my only concern, just a little incy-wincy concern, would have to be the whole, there are times where in the sequencing is a little bit of a mess. Sometimes I thought like I was in this part, but apparently it was like, somewhere else. The sequencing at times was quite messy, but overall, the reading experience, it's going to make you contemplate. It's intense. It's actually, it also is going to make you think about, assembly or organizations, where when people like come together and like a collective, kind of manner, or like collective cultures, like kind of like with organizations, if I'm making any sense here. That's what I was thinking. And I also liked how at some point they talked about like identities, which is kind of like related, I guess, to like, co- collective cultures, if that makes any sense. um because there was a part there where, like I said, there are two this in here, and then there are two this in that, or two this in here, two this in there, I should say. Yeah, so I like that it was tackled there. Yeah, the romance, I think it was just like fine. It wasn't something that like, ooh, like really like, oh my god, it's so fluttery or something, if you know what I mean. But it wasn't something that really, affected my reading experience. Maybe it's because I know that I'm signing up about, this is more of, Korean pop and the life of, an aspiring Korean pop star. Because in this book, it's more of during Rachel's trainee days, and I'm definitely excited to read Bright. I'm definitely looking forward how this is going to go, from her aspirations. What is going to be Rachel's thought process once she is actually there, and I'm definitely curious. I'm definitely looking forward for that. So overall, I'm going to be giving this book 4.75 out of 5 stars. So I hope you enjoyed this reading vlog. If you made it this far, leave a gift emoji because it is my birth month. So this is sort of like your little virtual gift from me, and a way for you to let me know that you are helping me out with my engagement metrics in YouTube. Okay, so if you also like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, click that subscribe button and hit that little bell icon somewhere down there to keep yourselves posted about my videos. And also putting down links and handles of my social media accounts, so feel free to check me out and follow me there as well. As always, thank you so much for watching. Always be thankful and unleash the reader in you. Bye all.